tailed. Neat, nice and smooth fight. We love to see, especially late, so late game. It's so nice to see. I'm not underestimate this spell. I think be just more willing to play more wide, I think. Or I just need to be better about looking ahead on the spell. I feel like there's too many times in Hogane where I'm just like, I'm not punished for it, 'cause it's not like it's that bad, but I'm just making the wrong read. I'm just going the wrong direction. That was a terrible idea. Like, I get the idea, and then I don't change it. I don't look ahead far enough. Dude, that was very good. Yeah. Just give you a bit more time and space. I wish he moved up on this spell. That'd be pretty nice. Oh. Like, ideally, it's like, okay, you dodge the bullets, and then you dodge the popcorn. It's like you do one at a time. It's like, okay, you go through the bullets, and you line yourself up with the next popcorn. And then you line yourself up with the bullets, and then you just keep doing that. The problem is trying to read where their popcorn's going to be ahead of time, and then reading the bullets around it. Honestly, this is one of those spells where it's honestly kind of nice that it's early game. Like, that on Kaneko would feel really, really gross. Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, ideally, you're dodging... You're not dodging both things at the same time. It's a lot easier when you try to split it up. The problem is trying to read the pellets ahead of time is how slow they are compared to the other stuff. I don't want to practice this, but I should a little bit because I died to it yesterday. Although I died kind of because I just didn't go through the line well. You know, I think more than any other attack that I've done, I think this attack specifically, what I should do, now, doesn't mean I will do it, what I should do, realistically, at some point, is go and start browsing other people that have done this. Just to try to get another visual for it. Wow, who knows? When she goes really high up, she makes the attack so much easier for you. It's crazy. On the game, are we? Yep. I mean, it'd be wrong if I didn't practice this every day. As unironically, it is probably the attack I currently struggle with the most. At the very least, the one I'm most frustrated with. Like, at least Momiji, I'm like, okay, you know, I respect the attack a lot. And I feel like I have, like, a feeling of, I hate this attack. Always say Yuki was not the one that infuriated me. I mean, not that she couldn't infuriate me, but like, a Demon Parade and Fog Labyrinth infuriated me far more than Yuki did. You hate Yellow. I hated Yellownon during a middle portion when I did not understand what I was doing on it. Partly because I had a line for it, and then at some point I just lost what the line was, what the plan for the Elenods were, and then I kept dying to it a bunch, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing. I was like, I had this, and I've completely forgotten what my plan was, and it infuriated me. Well, it's not necessarily, specifically looking for routes on Hydro Camouflage, although maybe there's something to that, but it's more of just... Almost because it's HP boss. I think I would agree with that from my experience. Honestly, I think Notori is a pretty consistent Stage 3 boss for the most part. Partly because this is not part of the boss, this is the mid-boss. Yeah, whatchamacallit? Order of Wave and Particle is safe spottable with Reimu A. Doesn't Reimu C have some really solid, pretty clean Satori spells? I only ever practiced them once or twice. But what I meant by watching other people doing tactics, just I feel like looking at it from a different angle of watching and seeing what other people do and how they try to go around it or die might give me a second or third or a fourth perspective on it, which I think has a lot of value on that type of garbage. Specifically that spell, there is that spell I feel specifically compared to a lot. Oops. Sometimes you just forget. Sometimes you just forget to start shooting. Toss is aim, though, yeah. And if it's aim, that means it's free, right? No, it's aim. So it's fine, right? I mean, I will say that Mountain Toss is the hardest Satori attack of the run I had to do, and it is the one that was by far the least infuriating, in my opinion. Oop. Aim equal free, ram equal literally fair impossible. Yeah. Like, I either, like, don't shoot or I just shoot nonstop. I think that's because I'm not fully concentrated. That's be called loosely, and that's true, that's true. These spells are truly not aimed. Eternal Meek. That's one that comes to mind. I mean, there are spells like Cheer No Final. That was not timed out at all. Like Cheer No Final, that has like nothing to do with you. I think Cheer No moves slightly based on your positioning, but otherwise, not at all aimed. Alice Midnon 2, right? You can move her position, but the spell's pretty static. Although that's not like true random, but the non still happens just as is. Maiden's Bunraku, right? Isn't that spell just completely whatever? Perfect Freeze. No, Perfect Freeze is the semi-final. Final is, was it like Diamond Blizzard? I think. Oops, sometimes you just don't shoot for long enough. Sometimes she moves up and makes your life a lot easier. Is there any attacks in Touhou where them going up is actively bad? It probably has to exist in some way. I mean, there are certain nuances where sometimes like a certain like low to high movement might cause an awkward wave. Static. Well, a lot of attacks are static based on positioning, right? In this game, I can use Taki Minakata, right? Sinai semi-final. Isn't that static based on position, like where she moves? Like her movement's random, but otherwise the attack is static, right? No, yeah, I could see that. I should do this right now. If I really want to hardcore on that one, I gotta do like silent full concentration on that, and I don't want to do that. Actually, sorry, be quite interesting. I might have known that. It's been a little bit since I played Law K. It's been basically a year. Poppy's final is a... So, really? With the startings? Interesting. I mean, it literally, like, doesn't really matter on Clown Final, but that's interesting. You're telling me the bullets that the moons shoot out are aimed? Oh. That Fireball spell is a very interesting spell. A very interestingly designed spell. Very unique. Oh, I was on the wrong attack. Oh yeah, because the thing about the clown piece, the clown piece's first and second spell, right, is that, or is it first and third? I forget exactly. But like the first spell is like static on Lunatic mostly, but like I think it's just completely static on Lunatic, but on normal it's random, but it's vice versa for like spell 2, I think. I think that's how it is. Don't play your breach clock, it's always fair. Oh, I should have gone left. That was gross. The only noise wall cage directly shrivel up and die. I mean, just take my point device run, just kind of map out the spots where to bomb, and just preserve your bombs. Like, there's a number of attacks on, like, Dorami where it's like you can kind of just muscle your way through the attack, right? Just know how to preserve your bombs on point device and you're fine. Like, the problem is that people will excessively spend their bombs out of frustration on point device and then leave themselves trapped on something really hard without any resources. And then it'll force them to try to play perfectly when they really should have saved their resource for that. I take that discussions of difficulty too seriously. No, it's very important. You see, I must build my entire ego off of difficulty and deflate yours because of difficulty. You did something, but it was easier than X thing that I did. Therefore, you are worse than I am. It's very important that we recognize this fact and shame you accordingly. Say grind the pain. Yeah, you in the middle of that? I guess yes. I guess you posted that you were playing Sephiroth like a week or two ago. How much worse is it than Decline's 100%? And how much of it is just because of like item drops, or is it more than just that? Yeah, consistency versus evaluating for one cap. Some people can like just kind of blow their way through things, right? Like, I mean, I first tried the supposedly hardest Kaguya spell and shoot the bullet. Is there a bit of a fluke to that? Maybe. So in my opinion, that spell's literally kind of free. Kind of easy, bro. Like, I don't view that spell as being terrible, but that's not because it isn't, just because my perception is what it is. Right. I mean, I ultimately think a large part of the discourse that leads to arguments where no one gets what is being argued about is where people are what specifically people are even talking about. It comes down to difficulty, right? It might have been second try, but like I mean, I have my shoot the bullet on YouTube. I can go look, but I know it was like immediate. It was either first or second try. Although, Careful, if you start going back through, you might see me spend like what was it, 3.5 hours on Fog? It was 2.5 or 3.5 hours on Fog. Let me look right now. Let me pop up my phone. I'm really curious now that I think about it. Fog was a mess. Not necessarily. It was probably the biggest menace, but it's not like it was that far away the biggest menace. Here we go. Which Ron spell? Moko's first spell was just awful. Where is it? What spell number is it? There's her stupid fire lasers. Yep, hated that one. Which spell number was it? I'm trying to... Damn, like half of this video is like beyond Mysterium. Here, hold up. Let's see. Okay, I'm moving around, on the go. Easy 2 pictures, okay. 7 pictures in total. Fifth one. What's sickest dodge there? There's the 6th picture. Yeah, I literally first tried it, so it's not like he was even like the 2nd or 3rd. The Yomu spells were not as long as like the Ron spell or like Moko or Yukari or Fog. Like the Yomu spells, I'm pretty sure were like 40 minutes. Like there was like the one Yomu spell was like 40 minutes, but it was just so infuriating. Back to us, but yeah, you're thinking locked with everything you learned well, yeah. But because that's one of the weird discourses there, Alan, because like, you know, most people who want to play on normal want to do, you know, a few runs, you know, realistically understanding you're probably not going to first try a run, right? But they're going to sit there, do a few runs, maybe practice for half an hour to an hour. I could see. But most normal players aren't going to sit down and practice for like dozens of hours on something. They're going to get bored of it and leave. Oh yeah, easy. Yeah, you're at it. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I tend to try to A, whenever I talk like that, try to make sure I'm coming off as ironic as possible, and B, why I kind of avoid some of the community at large. Wow, hitbox mode. Like, that's 100% true, Al, but the problem is people won't. The problem is you get into weird places where people aren't looking at it that way. People are perceiving it whatever way they perceive it. So, like, if you're an LNN player, you know, you look at it through that lens, and if you're not, you interpret everything like differently, without even like the knowledge of like. Of what's on the other side. For the most part. Oop. It's like when in like a speed run when someone's like, "Yo, this trick is easy," when it's only like three frame inputs compared to like the frame perfect inputs. It's like, oh yeah, this trick is easy, bro. We still play it all right? They're really religious about it. I think that's kind of partly because of the genre. Like, generally speaking, shmups are not a very popular, well-loved genre. I mean, I never cared for the genre at all until I got into Touhou. But that's kind of the thing, right? Like, if you're in the gameplay section and you like look at the fans talking about gameplay, you're probably gonna run into the people who played it a shit ton. Because like some people go in, they'll play a little bit, and like maybe they'll get their handful of normal runs, but they usually don't stick in the area for long. Because if they do, honestly, they usually try to like bump it up. I look back to Asprey like 4 or 5 years ago, and he did a bunch of normal clears on across a bunch of the Touhou games. And it's got like, I cannot imagine how awful it would be to be a normal streamer of Touhou. Gosh, that sounds terrible. I love he's just dying to fucking Cloud Piece Final over and over again, and someone comes in and be like, dude, this spells so easy. I love the fucking people who did that. Oh, it's so funny. I remember watching this like 9 months ago or something. Ooh, I trapped myself well. Well, the annoying thing about grinds like this is, unfortunately, if you want to get an LNN, it's going to take an awful lot of time, right? And there are very few people who are going to sit down and put the shit ton of effort to try to get good like this. And if you do, you usually will, like, you know, dedicate most of your time to that. You know, if I want to be a little bit better at Touhou, I could play this game more. Play the fighters much. I cleared them. Well, all the ones that weren't immaterial missing power. I got a clear on that and decided that's good enough for me. Damn! Ooh! Ooh, we got some cheap viewers here. Haven't seen that in a hot minute. See, but one thing I'll always go on about is I hate fandom. As a broad. It's not just necessarily Touhou, but like as a broad. So I try to avoid larger groups, because the problem is when you start to get large groups, it gets bad. It gets ugly real quick. For whatever reason. I know, that's one thing that's... This is one of the crazy things about Touhou, which is one of the reasons why I like got so much into Touhou too, is like... You know, of course there's like the main games, and there's a lot of them, and even spin-offs too. And like, there's a lot of fandom stuff, but like... Not only is there fan works of Touhou, but there's so many that are like actually like such high quality. It's absurd. Like, there's so many things that look like they should be stupid. They're actually like just such high quality things. Oop, oop. Small shmups. Yeah, we don't talk about other shmups here. They don't exist. They're not real. My favorite thing about other shmups, and one of the reasons why I like just never have it, is literally zero interest in playing like any other shmups, is the people who like show up and talk about, dude, how easy Touhou is compared to other shmups. Dude, it's so easy compared to the other ones. Dude, you've never played, there's one that, was it Mushi Mushi? Something like that? There's a bunch of those, whatever. You ever played a real cave game? Fuck, this is easy shit. Till you've done your Touhou in Piss Bud with, like, extra hard Piss Blood difficulty, you know? Honestly, that was just easy in comparison. Hello, tier list. Wug. I'm also not a scorer for a similar reason, although that extends a little bit differently as well. But that's another thing about Touhou. I never cared for shmups for the longest time when I was younger, but, like, eventually... But, like, I was like, these games are stupid. Like, they're so boring. And then I actually, like, played them a bunch, and I realized how much I do enjoy them. But it's not something that looks great. That's another game that usually looks as fun as other things. This guy for not playing it hard, yeah. I think this honestly is a fair part of it too. Scoring Dispatch of Survival also exists somewhat. Yeah, that's also why I avoid a lot of places. And this is one thing that sits around a lot, which is why I try to be careful with my words to an extent. I'm not great at it, but I try at least to some extent, which is a lot of things will come even without any intention of it, in the slightest, even with just purely good intention, will come off as insulting if you're really not careful about it. I should do this non right now. It's very easy to make what would seem to be like a very innocuous, tame comment, and people to look at it and find it very... Feel this Alan, it's so boring, so easy, blah, blah. Yeah. I've seen that. I always find scoring as a broad rather uninteresting. Personally speaking. But there are exceptions, but like... You should know the talkback left. Yeah, anyone who does talkback to the left, you can use that argument against them and shut them down. Any talkbacks on the left, I'll tolerate talkback in the middle. Any talkback on the lefters is a big no-no. Oops. Dude, sometimes she moves properly and this non is so free. It's actually free, dude. Like, come on. Like, you gotta be, like, the world's worst player if you die to it sometimes. It's honestly just so easy, dude. This is the one that is too hard to do. The most scoring has ever, like, really interested me are, like, Touhou 9 and Touhou 3. Partially somewhat because scoring is, like, as close to survival in those games. Although there are aspects of their scoring there that I don't like. I don't know. One thing, and to be fair, not all scoring is like this, but any scoring that has bombing as part of the strat for scoring, I just lose all interest in, like, immediately. Personally, it's a personal thing. It's not abroad, but like. Game as wrong as possible. Joke's on you, there's no wrong way to play games. As long as you're enjoying it. I feel like this spell honestly might have more high rolls than Divine Virtues do. Oh, Alan, I have a question. I thought about this yesterday, but you weren't around at the time. Do you have a timeout? I assume you do. Do you have a timeout on Kaneko non-3? Ikageon. I tried Kaneko non 3 like for like 15 minutes yesterday, and maybe like 10 minutes yesterday. It sucks. It might be the worst timeout in the game, in my opinion. Oops. PC98. Well, Kana PC98 doesn't have a timeout. Because that game doesn't have true spell cards quite like modern games do. Oops, that's too much. I got like 28 seconds deep, I believe, yesterday. I think that was the furthest I got. But then, no. You pay me all you want. I'm not actually going to go for the timeout. I do it a little bit for the sake of and the fun of doing it, but like, I'm not giving it really seriously. Because the problem is, I saw what it devolves into yesterday, and it was just absolute garbage. Like, honestly, it might be the worst timeout in the game. There's some high-up shenanigans too here. Nope. I've done myself dirty. Hey, there's 30 seconds down, easy. Meanwhile, a much more fun attack to play. Oops, that was an accidental micro. I mean, completely on purpose. Sometimes you have to flex by doing a micro unfocus. I just gotta get my eyes on the prize for this attack sometimes. I'm trying to read the waves properly. It's like PETA. It's easy to like not start. It's easy to start looking at the wrong thing Is it Wind God? I mean, there's two, right? They're both Kaneko and Aya. They both have Wind God attacks. Maybe it's a translation issue.
Actually, it should translate differently, but the translation is wrong. Actually, it should be Innate Dream.
Is it the Wind God, though? She's actually... I mean, she has the Peerless Wind God. I'm just saying. It's literally the name of the spell, dude. Like, hello? You telling me that the Pure and Aya Shimaru is lying? Oh, fantasy shit. Anyone who says Innate Dream should be thrown off the cliff, obviously. Clearly, that's a completely objective matter. Same thing as last time. Oh yeah, true. Literally Wind God Girl. Game. Ooh, shot. This is why I say the light blue waves are far worse than the dark blue waves. Excuse me, I sucked air in wrong. That was a complete accidental micro, I wasn't even looking. With simplicity, yeah. Chinky bastard spark. It's like the people. You ever see the people? I mean, it depends on like where you engage in the fan. Have you ever seen the people who try to refer to her and then to correct people when they don't refer to her as Hakure Reimu and not the other way around? You ever see that? Or is that just me who's ever seen that? I hate those type of weebs. I need the microphone. You got that guy around? I just, yeah. I mean, maybe I just sucked through the air and I tried to breathe and you did it wrong. Crazy how humans are capable of that.
But the way it is in, like, Japanese, they would actually, the way the names are pronounced and referred to as are actually different than over here. So, because this game is Japanese, it's actually very important that you refer to it in the other way. I've seen it. On a side note, one of my favorite tangents I ever saw, this isn't Touhou, but it is on a similar vein, and just reminded of it. Persona 5, okay? This game has, you know, you can play it in Japanese voices or English voices, right? And my favorite is there's someone on YouTube who's playing the game. Actually, I think it was Twitch. I think it was someone on Twitch playing through the game. Anyway, they were playing through with English voices, and someone had a massive monologue, multiple paragraphs length, of how actually it's terrible to play the game in English because the game was literally designed to be in Japanese. Like the Japanese voices. Like that's the way the game was. The game wasn't made for the English voices, it was made for the Japanese voices. So like you shouldn't play with the English one. you, yeah. I believe the only time over here that, like, we ever do much of the opposite, where you don't refer to it the other way, is, like, Shinyomaru. Because most people refer to her as Sukuna, for the most part. Because it's a lot easier to refer to her as Sukuna than Shinyomaru. Although some people just use Shinmi. I've also seen that. Basically what I'm saying is that all humans are terrible people, and we should hate everyone in the world. That is an accidental micro, and I'll take it. Conversation before. Yeah, well, things like this come up occasionally. Some is because maybe it lives rent free in my head, but you know, sometimes. This deck is so much fun. Like, I'm like, I kind of want to go start doing runs, but like, heck, it's so much fun to keep playing. Fact, dude, I could say a good thing about anything, and you call me a glazer about it. I know how you are. You using the term glazer has no meaning. I could say, yeah, I like USD a bit, and you'd be like a USD glazer, or I could be like, yeah, Sumer Echo's a character I like a lot. You'd be like, wow, glazer. Let's go for skill practice, yeah. Oh. You haven't ruined. You know, Kagab, I'm not gonna read that whole thing out loud, but you make a very good point, clearly. Can we get the fighting game copy pasta? I've seen that on the TRS before at some point. Well, clearly this game does like have grays of technical sort. It just doesn't track it though. Like I can hear myself raising things as I go by things. I don't hate everything as much as you hate everything though. Okay, I like this. Okay, I like Divine Virtues of Wind God. Those are things I like. I like Moses. I really like Moses, actually. The more and more I've done it, like, especially after doing that time up, the more and more I like it a lot. I don't think the Grace has anything to do with faith in this game. I may be mistaken on that. Oops, I lost too much faith there because I didn't leave the points for long enough. Rest in peace, 30,000 picks. You know, speaking of meaningless difficulty arguments, you know, it's another thing I can't wait to try to completely ignore and then eventually get brought up and get massive rants about it. When the 2025 popularity poll comes out next month. Can't wait to see people. I can't wait to try and not see it and then see people across the board complain because the thing they like isn't the highest ranked thing in any specific category. Yeah, it's just the enemies being on screen. As far as I know, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Grace doesn't actually like do anything besides make a little ticky tick. If your little bump drop just kills you, maybe that's it. Maybe if your faith gets too low, you die. Oh, interesting. I messed up. I let my faith drop too much there. It's over. Gotta go to church later and repent for that one. Come on. I should have gone lower. Try to perfect pass Hina impossible challenge. Little Hobbs. Hobby character set my way, but yeah. Guys, this character I really like is actually like super deep. It has so much lore around it, but like she's not like the most popular character. It's unbelievable. There's nothing as the sound vision effect. Okay, I thought it didn't, but like I didn't actually know for sure. I wasn't sure if it was like, oh, you actually get like 1,000 score or some shit per grace. You know, some just random thing. Like, oh, here's maybe like 10 score even. I wouldn't put it past it, but I didn't know anything for a fact. Score runners, when they don't have to spin every boss attack 20 times in order to get the perfectly optimal amount of score. $5 coin for 10,000 grace, damn. You get 10 bots and just spin themselves, yeah. Maybe I should go back into Touhou 7 where they do the same thing. Looking at you, Chen and Ron. attack a human. The other weird thing about... I shouldn't talk. right, going into hyper camouflage. It's actually related to what I was saying anyway. Yeah, go right into the bullet gap. Yep, See, the best gap possible, just go right into it. I love this attack so much. One thing I've learned that's weird, because it's tricky for Touhou, is that it's really hard to stream Touhou. In the sense that, like, when I started streaming, I was like, you know, I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it. Like, I'm just chilling here and playing. If people have to be watching me, it's cool. But, like, the more and more I did, the more and more I started to enjoy, like, talking and engaging. And it's so antithetical to what I'm trying to do. Because, like, as a streamer, it's nice to talk and engage. But, like, as a player, it's like, I have to just completely lock out everything else to try to focus at times, which are completely antithetical to each other. So it's always painful when I see people talking. I'm like, I want to look, but, like, I can't. Or, like, I know I shouldn't, and then I do, and then I die, and then I know it's my own fault, but I'm unhappy about it. Well, sometimes, like this attack, I could justify looking over at my screen, Kageyama. And then what honestly happens sometimes, I'm like, oh, I have time to look over, and then I don't have time to look over. Between transitions, between attacks or anything. I've learned the fun in, like, engaging. But I've learned how hard it can be at times to engage well, while also trying to play well. That's why playing Labyrinth is great, because it's a turn-based game. I can just sit there and, like, just ponder my choices for a while, and not have to worry about mechanical skill. Maybe that's mostly because I've just, like, never been particularly great at mechanical skill. In video games in general. Until Touhou, at least. I feel like I only have to stage each. I mean, that's what I use this time period for too. Is to sit here, take a breather, and engage. It's great to just sit down and be like, lost because you also think the message yours. I think just the message in general, it'd easily be in the hundreds, or like just across the board. Well, I never had any faith in my mechanical skill for forever in anything, but... You know, one thing you quickly learn is, like... One thing that's deceptive about people who are really good at their respective things, across anything, is that... Some people have talent. And they can certainly be better at learning things than others. But one thing I've learned is that you really don't get people who, like, can't be good at something. Or at least it's really rare. It's just one thing you realize, it's like, because you see someone who's, like, able to do something so insane that you could feel like you could never do. And then you realize, after enough time, that's like, you kind of could do that. Because you realize, the only difference is they just put 10,000 hours into it that you didn't. You want to put that 10,000 hours in, you could go for it. Or are you willing to put in the... Do you have the You have the thirst to go for it. I timed this down way too much. What did I say about talking during the boss? Don't worry, make sure I don't have to do any of the waterfall section. Clearly it's optimal. More deadly than bosses confirmed. It's situational, but I don't think it's necessarily right or wrong. Like, I think there's some perception about, like, how bosses are, like, the real deal of Touhou, but I don't think it's a full to zero. I think stages get overlooked in there compared to other shmups. I believe that compared to other shmups. But I feel like at Touhou, I feel like some people overlook stages at times. I mean, how many games do you have some of the hardest parts of the game in the stage? It's actually kind of notable. She didn't die quick enough because I didn't do enough damage to her. Me and my expert analysis. Oops. USD, PCB, and Lotus Land come to mind. Yeah, Lotus Land, as someone who is only like 160 at the games, not LNN, but has talked to people who have, I can confirm that Lotus Land part of the game is definitely stage portion. Stage portions, plural. Oh, last second. Pick up the peak. Okay, was that a pretty atrocious stage 4? Yeah. Stage portion. Well, that's an interesting game thing, because if you count mid bosses, it expands more. I'm not even referring to mid bosses. Like, the hardest part of Lotus Land is its book's equivalent. I think it's the end of stage 4. It might be stage 5. It's one of the two. Has essentially a book's equivalent. Yeah, if you do count the mid bosses, then that definitely goes up a lot. SA arguably has Batswalk if you don't skip it. But that depends on what you're counting. But even if you... And this game has Momiji, you know, in the running at the bare minimum. Beat your old score. I don't know. My score's pretty nice, though, isn't it? Now that I look at it. I don't know. I just had a good run, like, yesterday. I had a 5-miss yesterday. I think I might have beat it then. Hello, tonight.
Am I missing it? Yep. Oops, I didn't do this necessarily proper. But fortunately, this part's not that particular, so it's not the end of the world. Don't go up. Don't get the pet. Don't get the power. Don't get the points. You don't need it. But I want it. Look at all the score fall. Look at all the meaningless score fall off the screen. Never been more Jover. That non-1 is actually a pretty enjoyable attack. This is a knife fight as a whole is pretty enjoyable, but maybe that's just because she's relatively tame. I think this timeout is one of the coolest timeouts in all of Touhou. That final spell is about the one person I actually don't like. Everything else I quite like better. Want to shoot more laser than Sinai? Well, it depends on, like... Technically, Moses shoots like 1 billion lasers, right? That was offensive. I find the lines on it weird. Like, not like bad, just weird. I don't really like it. It's not like I super dislike it. I just don't really like enjoy it. Ugh. Oh, damn it, I even got past the first part, too. That was disgusting, Fairy, though. What was that, bro? It was revolting. Ein on one. That attack is just such a get-me-out-of-it attack. Please.
There is a bug on my screen. I do not like this right now. It is crawling up my screen. Okay, hold on. I got another thing. Oh, pausing. I was pausing for cheating. I was trying to do pause canceling. Pause to start the next attack. It's over. Yeah, cap that attack. It's never been more Joker. Don't enjoy this attack either. I do kind of enjoy it in a bit of a masochistic way, but not that much. Well, that's cringe. Nice micro, though, bro. Like, come on, really? That actually wasn't even that bad of a line. I just went down too much. Woo! Get your Ghana, go. You know, I really was like, oh, I gotta go to the right so I get more damage on her here. Realizing I really shouldn't have. Because I baited her to the right by accident. Oops. That's a real bro moment. Bug's fault. I killed the bug. That was the bug's fault. You know, what am I doing? Ah, I lost all my faith there. It's Jover. That was a really not smart line. There was a middle line there. Not my faith. There, 10,000 more faith than I would have otherwise. Boom. Faith drugs. I mean, it's... In PCB, I did some border strats on, some border min-maxing on stage 1 sometimes. Not often, but sometimes. You know, you go through stage 1 a billion times, learn some quirky strats. Oh, I picked up too many. I didn't pick up things fast enough. Boom, there goes all my faith. It's over, I should probably restart the run. Don't bump my crop. You know, that thing's basically just Bunraku if it was, like, really bad. Could pick up on that faith this quickly. Give us up a little bit more leeway. Again, I lost so much faith here because of this halving. I didn't realize how close that thing was to me. Even one missed the Bunraku. Did you even hit? The bullets hit me. The guy was just too close to me. I didn't realize how close he was. Oops, lost too much faith there. It's over. Oh, we're falling apart today. Score, man, I tell you. You know, long term, this game's gonna be really weird. In regards to what paces are. I gotta get the hydro camouflage, so I'm actually like locked in. For what? Wait, because the thing is that Stage 5 in this game, I am more confident in my ability to get a perfect Stage 5 than a perfect Stage 3 as a whole. Let alone Stage 4. And because here's the thing. In both PCB and SA, much of Stage 4 was, okay, you know, I gotta get through Stage 4 to get to the late game, right? It's like, I get to the Prism Rivers, or I get to Satori, it's like, okay, we're right. Okay, and then you have Stage 5, which has, you know, plenty of discussing elements of themselves, you know. Say, SA more than PCB, but, like, both their Stage 5s have a lot of the hardest parts of the games there. And then Stage 6, you know, not the furthest behind it. Well, this game, it's like, it's gonna be weird because, like, let's look at that run I did yesterday, right? Like, wasn't a perfect Stage 6 and either a perfect Stage 5 or a 1 to Stage 5? Like, that's gonna be the thing. It's like, normally it's like, okay, there's a bit of pressure on Stage 4, but, like, you still know everything that's coming, right? So it keeps you down, so you're not as much. But, like, in this game, the moment you're past Stage 4, you're like, shit, I'm like... It's actually, like, it's there. Because, like, Stage 5 is, like, it's threatening. Don't get me wrong, like, it can and will kill you, but, like, it's not... Stage 4 is, like, more than twice as threatening as that Stage 5. So it's like, it's weird in that regard, because it's like, you get through Stage 4, and you're like, damn, because normally you get to Stage 5, in, like, almost any other game, you're like, there's still so much game left. So much hard, like, really hard game left. This game feels a bit different than that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see long term. Maybe I'll get a billion paces that died of dipping my balls up to Sanai, but that's as early as possible, I guess. I mean, it's technically optimal to have the hardest parts of the game early, or as early as possible. It's just it's weird because most of the time you don't get this type of thing. I mean, it's not unthinkable that Stage 4 holds potentially the hardest attacks in the game. But it's weird in the sense that it's like you get past that and you're like, damn, there's so much left of the game, but like a lot of this is... A better way to look at it is, let's take like Orin versus... Let's take last Stage 5 versus this Stage 5. You know, of course, you could practice it plenty, but like, even with a lot of practice put in, it's like, how... By the point you're getting to a spot where you have a 30% win rate, I'm including Catswalk in this, a 30% rate on SA Stage 5. What are you having in this game? A 70% rate? 80%? 80 plus? I thought this was 6 plus. That one is hard. Yeah. So it's like because like you get past Satori and you're like, damn, there's still like, you know, you beat Satori, you're like, I'm not expected to perfect Stage 5, right? Like, but like in this game, you know, you get past Aya, you're like, man, I'm kind of expected to perfect Stage 5 here. I know expected with asterisks, of course, but... And then you die to Moses, and then you cry. like, even PCB Stage 5 is probably easier than, definitely easier than SA, especially if you include Cat's Walk. That, I really thought I was going to avoid that. I'm getting farmed right now. But PCB has the same thing. Even if you could get yourself to a point where you're hitting 50% on PCB Stage 5, you're probably hitting 80 to 90% on this game, Stage 5. You know, it's not the same, because where it is definitely different. It's almost LOL-K-like, where you get past the hell of the early/mid game, and then you're like, oh, I'm at Stage 4, right? And then you just have that Stage 4, which is such an anomaly, where like I feel like I'm kind of just expected to get through this. And then you get to, like, the rest of the game that gives you some hard parts, but, like... Because, like, EOSD has it weird, because it's, like, the entire early game is just such a breather, right? Relatively speaking, and then it's just onslaught, onslaught, onslaught. SA, to not nearly as much a degree, but, like, SA's early game is pretty smooth. And even its mid-game until Satori. And then you just go onslaught, onslaught, onslaught. I feel like I certainly annoying, yeah. I mean, it's all... Listen, as I always say, the worst thing in Touhou is whenever you cap the things you shouldn't, and then you die to the things you should be capping. It's like you do everything right, and you're like, oh, that was great, and then you die to something you feel like, I should be hitting this. Like, I'm talking up Sanai about break me, I guess. Bumper Crop is not happy, and part of it's I'm not playing the best on Bumper Crop right now, but damn, it's not. Yeah, that was not happy with me. Like, this isn't me saying I'm going to like, I'm saying this fully well knowing I'm going to have LNN pace and die to Sanai multiple times. Or at the very least, that the odds of that happening are very likely. For Captain Hearts of actually dying pointless. Yes, I mean, it is definitely better to have that. But that's the more frustrating thing in my eyes. Is because it's a lot easier to look at, like, I should have had that. Because, like, if I die to Divine Virtue's a Wind God, I'm like, okay, I mean, I could definitely cap this. I definitely have a perfectly reasonable chance to do that, but, like, I don't feel bad. I'm like, yeah, it's Divine Virtue's Wind God. Obviously, it's a tricky attack that could 100% be a problem. That'd be a massive problem. It's like when I died to Cat's Walk. It's like, I don't care when I die. I lost all my stuff. It's like, I died to Cat's Walk. I'm like, okay. You know, it's annoying. It's like, I'd like to cap it, but like, okay, it's Cat's Walk. Yeah, it's gonna kill you. It's like... And then I'm on LNN pace and I die to freaking Orin Non-2, and I'm like, this is the worst thing. This is the most miserable feeling I've ever had. No, it's definitely better long term, like... Like, when I have my runs, like, I've already had my runs of this game where I have a perfect Aya, and then I die to... Like, it was my first 5-miss. Has, like, 3 just, like, absolutely ridiculous misses. I had no clue where to go with that. I saw the lasers disappearing, but I could not comprehend. And it's like it's great to have that run, that 5-miss that like I could be like, damn, you know, I'm actually like, you know, there's actually like a lot of potential there, but like it's also so disappointing in the way that like that really. It's the expectation. It's expectation. It's like being an underdog or being a favorite in anything. Similar concept. Like, when you cap Catswalk, it's like... When you die to Catswalk, it's like, well, that's the expected outcome. It's Catswalk, obviously. Brutal attack, but then when you cap it, it's like, holy moly, you did it. And then you cap something like, you know, most of Sinai, and it's like, well, you know, whatever. Of course you're going to do that. Of course you're going to cap that. It's the expected outcome. I lost all my faith again. It's Jover. I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy my weird low miss runs plenty. Like, I have multiple 1-misses. I have, I think, 2 different 1-misses in SA to Fog Labyrinth. I have 1 to Terrifying Hypnotism, I believe. I believe I have a 1-miss to Terrifying Hypnotism. And it's funny in, like, hindsight. But it's also the thing where you just sit there after the run, you're like, damn. I had like 6 or 7 different 1-misses to like Satori. I think it was like 6. I know I had 2 Fog Labyrinth 1-misses. I know I had a Demon Parade 1-miss. I know I had a Hypnotism 1-miss. I'm pretty sure I had a, whatchamacallit, a Mountain Toss 1-miss. And I think, I'm not 100%, but I think I had a 1-miss to one of the Nons. Regardless, Satori was Satori. That's why Satori infuriated me far more than Orin did. Also, a lot of it comes down to certain attacks like Fog and like Demon Parade, where I look at them, I'm like, this attack looks like it should be relatively easy, and then I die a billion times, and that's what's infuriating. is when you see something that you feel like looks like should be easy, and then you just can't do it. Hydro Camouflage is a really good example of that. Hydro Camouflage looks like it's honestly such a... Hydro Camouflage looks so simple and easy. And it looks like it should be such a consistent, smooth spell. I need to take a break. No, I had a catwalk one miss. I think I had 2. Don't quote me on that. I know I had at least 1. I remember talking about having 1 at one. I remember having at least 1. I might have had 2, but... But, like, a 1 miss catwalk isn't, like, that notable to me. It's like, okay, you know... I don't count that as a weird 1 miss. Like, I have a 1 miss to UNR. Okay, yeah. Actually, I have to have 1 or 2 1 misses to UNR. I know I had 3 different perfect paces to UNR that lost on UNR. I think one of them ended up being a 3 miss. I think the others might have ended up both being 1 misses. I know at least one of them was. I have more 1 misses than just those stage 4 ones, but those are the ones that are like the notable ones to me. It's like, I remember what made me so, like, optimistic and so pessimistic at the same time in PCB was when I had two misses and a 3 miss. Like, fairly early on, like, relatively speaking. Like, when I first got, like, my 2 miss, I got, like, 2 misses and a 3 miss. And all 7 of those misses were to different attacks. Or different parts. Like, across all 3 runs. They shared none of the same misses. Sometimes she just goes to the top of the screen and you want to give her a big hug. I had a bunch of... I know I had a handful of wacky PCB 2 misses, but I never actually had a PCB 1 miss. Woo! What are you doing, buddy? Like, I was at 2 miss PB pace with several 2 misses, mind you, for like 3 months or something. Approximate. Probably like 2 months. 2 to 3 months. Something like that before I hit the LNN. But I never had an actual 1 miss. That was a weird way to go through that. But hey, if it works, right? What was that movement, Tori? First play definitely more of this. Yep, that's the joy of power loss, isn't it? Isn't that how UFO works as well, to a similar degree? Although I think UM is actually a little more punishing in that regard. Oh, even in the weird final, like you could still place a fog plate to the way it's supposed to, and the power of being homing is you can actually like not have to worry about it as much. See, this is the exact thing I'm talking about, by the way. Like, it's such a mixed feeling of like, damn, I did the perfect stage 3, I did the Hina final, and the Hina Senpai, I did Hydro Camouflage, but I died the fucking non-1 of Hina. Like, it's such a mixed bag where I'm so happy about it, and I'm also so, like, pissed about it. Well, that's actually the thing about being homing in UFO, right? Because homing is such low base power as is, when you lose your power, it doesn't matter, because you, like, didn't have any damage in the first place. So it's like, oh, I have less power than I had before. Well, your 0 damage went down to 0.1 damage, like, negative 0.1 damage. It's like, who cares? I did do the first part right. I wasn't sure if I did the first time that part right. Damn. No, I'm not even gonna bother. Nope, don't. I'm not gonna bother. Normally I'm up there and not gonna bother right now. I want to, but I'm gonna hold back. Okay, now I can go there. Damn. Game Boy collection? Absolutely not right now. There will come a point where if I have one missed pace to Aya, I will absolutely point of collection. Not right now. Okay, so let's see how I like an Aya under pressure. Die. Hey, did enough damage that time. Let's go. Should play wider. Yeah, I wasn't playing wide enough. Indeed it is. My bad. Damn, 2 missed through stage 5. Or stage 4, excuse me. This is go play clear, but this is short and ugly return to the bottom of the screen, yeah. Sad death to Storm Day, but you take those every time. Damn, now I actually have to try stage 5 on it with pressure. I swear, sometimes my homing kills those guys more, and sometimes it doesn't kill them well. I'm so enraptured by my caps lock button. Just not design-wise, that beginning part. I think it's a really cool idea. I don't like what I've done here. Covered it though. I just have to move a little bit left of where I normally go. Ooh, yep, right. Don't do it, buddy. Oh, I want to. Oh, I really want to. Look at all that score I could get. Okay, Sanai. How you doing, girl? I hope you're in a good mood right now. Because if you're in a good mood, it would put me in a good mood. Okay, girl. Okay, shoddy. Fuck off. World's least suspect non-1. Doing the Moses timeout made me appreciate how, like, simple that early part is. Just made me so much better at it, I feel. I hate this spell. Have I talked about how much I hate this spell? I did already. Listen, I emote. Listen, someone's got to send it to me, okay? I don't usually go emote browsing. I assume it's like a 7.
like a 7-zip or whatever it's called, 7TV emote, but I haven't got browsing for it on there. I don't like this positioning at all. Yeah, it's just good enough. I wonder if my homing's good enough that it doesn't matter what my positioning is. Do not do that, Fairy. Okay, Konako. How you doing, girl? I'm gonna hate this nod on face. That non-1 might be the most stressful attack in the game. Just in terms of, like, base characteristics. Does this non shoot more bullets the further it goes? No, 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 no. No, duh, 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 duh. Fuck, I let go shit too much there. Dip-a-doo. Hashtag there's Taurus problems. I didn't go for the kiss. Oh no, I'm throwing! Can I get away with it? I'm sorry, I've forsaken my humanity this run. I don't know if I deserve that one. Come on, light blue. Don't light blue me. Don't blue balls me. Ow, I really tried to force a macro there. Where there wasn't one to be found anywhere. See, this is what I mean when I say I hate these type of runs. I like them a lot. I like them a lot. But because it's ultimately really good. But damn, that run is infuriating. Like, it's ultimately the best run I've had. But it's just still infuriating. What? Boom. Sorry, hard stuff? Yeah, basically all the hard stuff that's not... Well, I mean, Storm Day is cringe. Although that was kind of me throwing on Storm Day, but I still very likely could have died there, so that's a pass. Not Kanago 9-3 is also a cringe attack. That's a death, and by virtue Wind God is as it is too. Okay. Good way to end her for now. We'll be back for more.